Hi, this is Tom Soane, and I'm just going to have a quick rant about Rightmove, but it's not in the way you might think. So I want to bring everyone's attention to a campaign that's going on amongst estate agents at the moment called Say No to Rightmove. Now, it was launched by estate agents, and the idea was to try and combat Rightmove's high fees for estate agents to be able to advertise properties on Rightmove. Now, yes, they are quite high. It is expensive to advertise on Rightmove. So I do sympathise for your poor little estate agents. But this Say No to Rightmove campaign is encouraging agents to ditch Rightmove and elect for Zoopla and On the Market. Now, again, it's a good cause. I'm not saying it's a bad cause. But you then have to start thinking logically here. Now, in my area, Rightmove accounts for about 75% of all property searches and inquiries and buyers and tenants. So that means if I was to just end my time and my agreement with Rightmove, then my sellers and landlords would lose out. Now, in my area, Rightmove is a really good return on investment, and that's our job. Our job as estate agents and letting agents is to advertise the properties in the places that will generate the most interest. And also, I'm not going to start talking about the quality of interest because in my area, Rightmove quality is great. Zoopla is all right. On the Market is all right. So it's my job as a business, as a letting agent, as an estate agent, to put my sellers and my landlords first. And as a business, to make the best return on investment. Now, I've been doing this for 20 odd years, and back in the day, we used to advertise in the newspaper, and it was shit. We used to advertise, it used to cost us £300 or £400 a month for an independent estate agent, and that £300 or £400 would get you like a half page in the paper, and you'd put, I don't know, 10, 12 properties in there and then hope that people would read that paper. Now, if you didn't read that paper, I would never get to speak to you and you would never see my properties. But Rightmove and Zoopla and On the Market, the online property advertising is where everybody goes now. It doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, where you live, everybody searches online for properties now. Maybe 1% don't. So actually, what you're doing is you're spending a little bit more than we used to on newspaper advertising. And bear in mind, you've also got to take inflation into that. When I was talking about £300-400 a week, that was way back in the Great War of 1939. No, that was way back in like the early 2000s. So look, what I'm trying to say is, if you're an agent and in your area, predominantly people search on Rightmove, then don't ditch them because you're not doing your sellers or your landlords any favours. What you're doing is you're following a cause, because I believe in it too. Look, don't get me wrong. I believe in the cause of Rightmove is too expensive, but I believe more in providing a return on investment for my clients and a return on investment for my business. So I would ask the question, if you're in an area where Rightmove is the dominant property search engine or the property search place for buyers and tenants, and you've left Rightmove to go for the not so good property search places, what are you doing? I genuinely want to know what your thoughts are behind this. Now, look, I'm going to say this as well because it's all good and well having a cause. And I love that. I love the fact that these guys are going for something, but you also have to be a bit logical with this, right? Let's see some evidence that the other property portals are certainly going to provide a better return on investment than Rightmove, or they're going to provide a better return on investment for our clients. At the moment, in my area, that's a no. It's a straight out no. I'm happy to leave Rightmove if it's better for me, my business and my clients. And I think that any decent estate agent and letting agent would agree with that. But I'd love to know your thoughts, because at the end of the day, it's all about money, isn't it? We're trying to make money for our clients, we're trying to make money for our business, and we're trying to grow and survive. So I'd be really keen to hear what other agents think about this. I'm pretty sure most agents will have heard of the Say No to Rightmove campaign, but also sellers and landlords. What would you say If your agent came to you and said, do you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Client, we're not going to advertise your property on Rightmove. Even though it's the best place to advertise your property, we're not going to do it anymore because we want to save 1,400 quid a month or 1,500 quid a month, plus VAT. But we want to save that money for our business. How would you feel as a client of that business if they said that to you? So if you're selling a property or you're renting out a property and it's on the market now and your agent has elected not to use Rightmove, find out why. Find out if in that area, Rightmove is not as predominant as it is in my area. Like I say, it's about 75% of all searches and inquiries and leads come through Rightmove. I'm not saying Zoopla and On the Market aren't very good in my area. They are good, but just not as good as Rightmove. So if you're going to put your money somewhere, where are you going to put it? In my opinion, it's Rightmove until I am shown actual evidence to the contrary to say that there's a better place for me to put my investment. So anyway, I want to know your thoughts. Agents, tell me why you're following the Say No to Rightmove, if you are. Tell me if you've come off Rightmove, if you have. Tell me if you've gone for Zoopla or On the Market, if you have. And lastly, sellers and landlords, what would you think if your agent said, I'm not going to advertise your property in the best place because I want to save £1,500 a month? So let me know what your thoughts are on all of that. I'd be really interested to spark a bit of a debate